Hello, everybody. Welcome to EC's workshop. I'll be working on today. I'll be doing a whole new brake system for this 1992 Nissan pickup truck. I'm replacing all of it from front to back. This video is just on the back brake system only. And okay, I hope you enjoy the video. Hit thumbs up and subscribe.
Not everything is easy, but today what I'm doing is I'm working on back on my 1992 Nissan pickup truck. You'll see as like you seen earlier in the video, you saw where I tuned it up, put new spark plugs, wires, and a rotary cap. Well, I couldn't do none of that, and all the parts went right. Put a distributor cap on it, and got it tuned up, put some, air filter and stuff on it. But all right, today I'm gonna rebuild the whole brake system on this thing. I done put a brake caliper master cylinder on there about, I don't know, last year. This year, what I'm doing is I'm gonna rebuild the whole brake system. See here, for the back brakes, I got the springs, the shoes, and each slave cylinder. I got both of them for both sides. I got the whole kit for both sides here. Alright, I got the front brake shoes, and I'm replacing the calipers on each one of them. I'm replacing those on front and back. I think it needs them. No brakes on it. I think it needs it. I ain't had no brakes on since it come out of the factory. No back brakes, I know. I think I put some front ones on there maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago. I put some front brakes on, never did the back. Always plan on it, but I decided this time, they're old. It's over 92, so it's over 30 something years old, so I figured I'd go ahead and replace them all. And we're going to go outside and get it jacked up and get the wheels off of it here in just a second. We're going to put all this back in this main box so it don't get scattered around. And then I'm going to go back out because I probably won't be working on it today. It done got late. I had to go somewhere this morning. It done got late. I'll probably take the wheels and stuff off today. Probably get back on it in a day or two. Got something to show you though outside. Something you ain't seen me use in a while. Alright, we're going to go get busy. Hello everybody. This right here, it's called what they call an airlift. They had it back when the old cars were around. They were all made out of metal. Everything on them metal, bumpers and all. Since I'm going to be doing a whole new brake system on both sides, I'm going to lift the whole thing up. That way I can do both sides. We're going to put air to it. I ain't used this in a while, man. It's been a while since I used it. We're going to hope it still works. Air out here. See, it's got a lock. See these little teeth here? Let me get you a little closer view before we go in and do anything. Okay? All right. You see these teeth right here? And this lever right up here. This thing right here, see there? That locks in there, they'll lock it on there to where you want it. When it comes down, you just let it down, lock it in where you want it. We're going to lift it up. That's the way it works right here. Up, down, air in, air out. All right, we're going to give it a try and see how it's going to work. Like I said, it's been, I don't know, 8 months now since I used it. Well, no, it's been about 2 years since I've used it. We're going to try it. See there? I don't understand why it didn't go down. Yeah. There. Alright. So we got the truck in there. I hope I can get some of this out of here. That's the best stuff I ever had. Long time. Let's see if I can get some out of here. I'm gonna put it around this. Can't work. Like I said, this is the best stuff I ever used. Check what I done did. It won't spray no more, but it still had fusel in it. I went there and poked a hole in the bottom. Poked a hole in the top. I poured it in here. You know what? It don't work though, see? Piece of crap. I'll let that sit around on these things for a day or two. I'll peck on them. Check that out. This is a 13-ounce can. Go look it up. It's about $32 for that can. Like I said, I bought it when I think I paid $9 for it. That'd been a long time ago. You just take a squirt or two and you're done. You're good. That's it. All right. So we're gonna cut right here. I'm gonna cut it right here, and oh guys, sorry about this. I was working on this and I put my jack screws in the hub and I tightened them up and I hit it with a hammer and it popped off, and I looked at the camera and said, hey, see that how it works? And you know what? I noticed I forgot to push record button. But here we go. Look at here. Ah, it's coming off. Look at that. It's dirty. It's not wore that bad. Man, the brakes are gone. Golly, Bill. Them brakes are gone. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me get you down here close. Check this out. See how bad them brakes are? Look at that. They're gone. Look how nasty this is. But you know what? I'm replacing everything on there. Brakes, hubs, pins, springs, all of it. I'm gonna get, I wish the other side would come off just like this. I took a wire brush and I brushed on both sides, all this just a while ago. Now let's move over to the other side and see if it comes off as easy. Okay, I'm gonna set this up over here, out of the way. There you go. Let's move over here on the other side. This is the driver's side. Okay. We're over here on the driver's side now. I'll put you right here. You're kind of out of the way here. Okay. Move this up here. I can get to it. All right. Okay. I'm going to take these screws out here. Right here so I can put some more juice in it. I'm gonna use them. Now, long time ago, this guy was telling me that if you didn't have any nut, we call it, rusted nut loosener, is get you some old brake fluid and put on it. Okay, so I put me some brake fluid in this little bottle here. I'm gonna put it in the hose. So to get back there on that plate, you know, go over here, get in there too. Squirt every little nut here. Maybe get in there and get around this centerpiece. Let's give it a little bit of vibration here. Okay, let's put our bolts back in. Please come off, just like that other one did. Just, man, I don't know why. I put the bolts in. I put these bolts in, put some tighten pressure on them. Now I saw it move right there. Right in there. I saw it move right there. When I put pressure on, I seen it out just a little bit. And then, uh-oh, that's gonna come off. So I put some more pressure on it. On the screw, on both of them. And dude, I hit it with that hammer and went boing! It flew right off. I hope this one will do the same thing. I've had pressure on this one for a while, but I didn't put no brake fluid on it. Okay. They're both finger tight. Okay, let's see what happens when I put pressure on it. See if anything moves. I didn't see nothing. Now I'm gonna have one of these gonna give me trouble. You know it. I bet you. Uh-oh. See it move? Did you see it move, man? Did y'all see it move? I saw it. I saw it move. I saw it move right in here. Let's put some more pressure on this. See what happens. Gotta get my hand out of y'all's way. Oh, that popped. Now look at that. I'm sorry to tell you, you know what? I believe that brake fluid worked better than that $35 stuff. Golly, Bill. This side's worse than the other one. Look at that. Look at that brake. Well, it's worse than the other side. Wow. Damn. Oops, excuse me, language. I just got to clean all this off. I'm going to get an air hose. I'm going to put a long nozzle on the air hose and blow it off. Got to get everything out of the way before I go blowing it off. All right. I don't want that brake dust on the camera. I don't want it on my stuff. Okay. Move y'all over here. Y'all stand over here out different, out of a safe area. Out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna blow both sides off. The other side over on the other side. I'm gonna leave y'all over here. And air hose is on that side of the truck, so I'm gonna go over there and blow that side off first. About everything I needed except brake pad cleaner. Clean everything up, but since I'm replacing it all, I'll wipe it all down, brush it all down, and put all the stuff back on. Know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna have to get me a stool to sit down on, put all this stuff, take it off. Then I'll put all the stuff on this side, and then I'll go do the other side. How about that? Gotta get all my tools together I need for this job here. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is loosening up this adjustment on here, so there won't be much tension on these springs. That thing's too big. Took a screwdriver and bent it to fit it. You don't believe how long I've had this screwdriver bent to do brakes. I was working on a 67 Ford van 40 years ago. I've hung on to this screwdriver that long. I think as far as it's going to take me, let me, because the gunk on the threads of this thing. You have to reach back here in the back and release this clip that tightens it up, tightens the brakes up as you work it. You have to loosen it up. But the threads on that thing is so tight, so dirty, I don't think it's going to let me go too far. I don't think it's going to let me go all the way in. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take loose the bottom spring first, right here. Go find me something I can get in there and pull it. Pull it a little bit. We'll see what I can find. I need something with the hook on it and the handle. Alright, be right back. Y'all need to bear with me because I've never worked with a darn camera right in front of me. I've always had it off to the side. There you go. Got it with these. I just kind of grabbed it, got in there, and kind of kept walking it off till it popped off. Alright, I need to get something to put these in. I know I'm going to put new in, but I like to keep the parts for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just built that way. Alright, let's see if we can get these off. the hell is that? Boing. I know where the other thing go. There it is. Let's get this other one off. Let me get this pin out before I lose it. They just come in and out the back. That's all they do. You gotta take a press and twist. I make a tool for this. Just a little bit more. See? It all just comes off. See here, I'll show you. Okay? See the way that, see how that's made? That little slide in there. Let me take the pin out. Okay. See how that slide is? Slide is there. I'm gonna get up here and just see how that slide is. This key is made like that. Okay. And it fits. Goes in there. Fits in there. And then you take this, depress it, twist it, and it locks on. See? Put it on. And you depress it down, spring down, and you twist and it locks it in place. And that's what holds the brakes on. See? That's all it is. That's how they're held on. This thing here pushes the brakes out. The pushes the brakes out, stops your car. I'm trying to pull this out so I can get this off here. Darn spring is grabbing. There you go. It's got them pulled together. So tight. You might have to work that off too, somehow. With a screwdriver. Same time a screwdriver. Where'd my screwdriver go? Can't get the twist loose. Bam. Ah. Stuck on that down little keeper there. How these springs done? Okay, see how the springs are? They just popped right in there like so. Like that. Now, can you see it? See how it's made? They just went in like that. Should have pulled it out. If I pulled it out, it popped out. But look how thin that is, man. Okay, now let me get this. I got this spring loose out of this hole here. I'm going to leave it attached to that. I hope it stays there. This, I got to get loose here. And most time you got to pry it loose swell it up because it's not a snap ring. It's just a piece of wire, a piece of metal clamped on there. That's all it is. 90% of the time, when you're driving, I'll tell you something. On old cars, old model cars, 90% of the time when you're driving and you push on the brake, this brake helps stop your car. This one on this side. When you pull the emergency brake, this one holds your car still most of the time. Because when you pull it, lever action's here, pushing your car backwards, pushing this brake back, clamping it against the wheel. This one helps every now and then. But when you're driving and you pull on the brakes, this one here is the one that does most of the work on the back. On both sides, it does most of the work. That one barely does, this one does that too. This one does mostly. We'll wind up doing it morally than the other one. That's what it looks like to me, because it wore out more than the back one. All right, I'm going to try to get that pin loose. Now I'm going to put this one back together. And then we'll go to the other side and do a rinse and repeat over there. Okay? Let me try to get this spread apart here. This is usually aggravating job here. You just wind up pinching my fingers or getting hurt. If I remember last time I've done these. Okay, just push it off. Looks like. That's working. Golly, Bill. Hoping that spring wouldn't fall off. Come on. I see me having so much trouble. No, you got tools wore out. You try and do a job with wore out tools, it sure does get aggravating. You know it. All right, Now, come on now. Let's get on off here. Now, should be able to get right in there. There you go. There you go. Okay. Drop that in there. Get my spring. Okay, my spring was like, let's see, went through here, went through there, went in like that. Okay. Now, let me get this around here, look at it. Okay. Okay, now it's got that on there. It's got that piece on there, that piece on there. I'll put this in the bucket. Then I'm gonna put pretty sure that comes off, but I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna take the spring out now. There you go. There. Alright. And I'm replacing this thing. And I'm replacing this thing. That's for sure. I'll scoot up here. See what I got there? Oh, right here. And right there. Take them two out. Right there and right there. And that loose. Okay. About 10 millimeter, you think? Everything else in the world on the car is 10 millimeter. And you go buy sockets, you don't buy a set. You order 20 damn 10 millimeter sockets. Guys, you ain't gonna believe what I found. in a box in there. Not in a box, but in a toolbox. Yeah, toolbox. I found 3 number 10 sockets. Ain't that crazy? Right there. Shine it up this way. In my face, okay? Is that okay with y'all? Let me get this line loose first. May not being good, but I found one. You know, it's too loose. Really? Really, man. It's actually too loose. 10 here. Okay, it's a 10. Take this off. Now, there's probably nothing wrong with these cylinders, but I thought since I'm replacing everything, I'm just going to replace this too. If I thought about it, went ahead and I saw this thing on the internet about brake bleeding. It's where you bleed your brakes from back here. It pumps the fluid in the air, pushes the air out all the way back to your master cylinders. Well, won't that mess up your seals? Go away, B. B trying to come see me. You know what? I'm going to go get my ratchet. I'm going to break this loose. Go get my air ratchet. Put on here. Yeah, I'm going to do the front too. As soon as I get this back done, I'm doing the front. Hold your ears. that down. It's off. Put it in there. Grab the new one. Right here. All right, now, come on. Let's go together. Back the same way you come for it. I love it ratchet, but man, when it tightens up, boom, catches your finger every time. You gotta give it a little grunt to get it set right. It must be so sweet. The honeybees just love me. Okay. Back in. Back on. We got that. All right. I need a rags. Okay, still recording. Okay, look at here. All right. Here's the new brakes. Here's my new brakes right here. All right. Let's get them out of the plastic. All right, check them out. Okay. Okay. So make sure they're the same. The only difference is one be rusty and one won't. That's all. All right, the one that's got the most meat on it was the back one. All right, see? There ain't much wear in them. Difference in the wear. See that? In the back one and then the front one. Yeah. Not slick as it could be though. Now, on the front one here, look at the difference there on how much it's worn. See, this is a new one. That's the old one. See how bad a difference it is in it? That is bad, boy. That is bad. Well, it's time to change these things. They're going to start raising cane pretty soon. They'll raise cane if they don't, you're going to change them out. All right. Let's get busy on these things. Turn these cylinders up and down. I use this to turn them up and down with. There you go. All right, we're going to start with the backing because it's got to get all this stuff attached to it first. All right, now, what are you doing? Okay, yeah. Let's get that in the hole. Find my metal piece. Find my little metal. Whoop. Stop, Ed. Stop right there, Ed. Yeah. Alright. Okay, all the parts are new. Okay, even got that new little spring clip that goes on that pin. I saw it just a while ago in this bag. Let me see if I can find it again. Okay, there it is. Alright, look at that. All new pieces to put this together. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to lay that right there. I'm going to pick this up. This got to go on here, like so. Like that. And then the brakes. It's got to go like so. Like that. And then this keeper. It's got to go. On there like so. And then I gotta take this. Take some pliers. Y'all watching me? No, you can't see me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take these pliers. Push it all the way on there. Get on there. Let's see if I can find some needle nose pliers, okay? Needle nose pliers. Let's see if this will work. You know, that would hurt if my finger was in there. Sorry, I had to move y'all out of the way. Just get that darn clip on. Well, that was a booger. I'm telling you. That was a booger to get in there. That little clip on there. Get it squeezed in like that. Okay, it goes through here. Through there. Through there. Put it right there. All right, yeah. And that goes in there. So, okay, I'm gonna put this spring. No, I can't. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. I'm gonna put that pin right there and get it to hold it on there. I'm gonna put the pin in right here, get it to hold in. To hold right there, and then I'm gonna put all the other stuff on before I put the other one on that side. I'm gonna get this one pushed in from the back. Come all the way, come up here. And get this one put on. This one goes on that direction, like that, so it fit around this in the spring. And then this one goes on that direction. The cup inward, both cups go into the spring. I'm not an expert at this. I don't do this for a living. This is just doing on the shade tree mechanic tale. Something a man has to do to his vehicles when he can. When he has to. Alright. Yeah. That is straight up. I'm going to let you rest right there for a second. Get my pair of pliers. Get a hold of it. Straight up. Get a hold of it straight up. Push back here. Now look how easy that was. Holy cow. Something ain't right. That went too easy. No. I guess everything's right. Don't seem like it. Alright, I guess everything is right. Alright, now, see what's going on here. Yeah. Right, let's get this other one up here. Okay. Trying something different. Trying to get all this back together. Come here. Alright, getting this one on. Here's one. I feel like you need 33 hands to put this one on. Sure feels like it. We'll get that started. Set there. Then I'll pick up this one with the pliers. I will try to pick it up with the pliers. There. All right. Now that one there seems to be on. Right now. Okay. Spring in there. Way the fuck in there. All right. I gotta go way over there. Like this. Okay. So I'm going to move you over here out of the way. And this gonna require a little bit of muscle. You know? A little bit of ingenuity out of this. Golly, Bill. Alright, this is how I had to do it, just fight it to keep from it pushing away from each other. Right here. That was the only way I could get it to do it. Keep it from pushing away from each other. Get that spring on. It's the only way I could figure it out. Had to put this strap around it. So when I pulled on this, and this is to push away. Aggravating. Alright, I gotta put the bottom spring on now. There. Finally. It's not all the way. There. Finally. Got it. Don't laugh too hard. But I got it. I got that one on there. Please don't laugh too hard at me. Try to do a comedy show here. Spring in, adjustable in, clamped on. It looks like it's all sitting in the right locations. All looks good. Okay. We'll bleed the brakes in a little bit after I get the other one on. Well, people, that's how you put on the back brakes on a 1992 Nissan pickup truck. Rear-wheel drive, 5-speed. That's how you get it on. With a lot of fussing and a lot of cussing. But we get it done. We got to get it done. Once you take it off, you got to get it done to get it back on. But that was a lot of fussing and cussing. Wasn't it? All right, we're going to move to the other side and do a lot of fussing and cussing on that side. All right, we ain't going to film it because you just seen me here. You'll see the same thing over there. All right, hope you enjoy it. This section of this episode of working on a 1992 Nissan pickup truck. Thanks for watching.